Welcome to the Thursday, May 25th briefing. I'm Alex Luganbill here at the National Weather Service in Missoula. Let's begin with a weather threat matrix. You'll notice we've highlighted thunderstorm risk across most of the area through the upcoming week, and we are concerned with a low risk for heavy rainfall Friday and Saturday, and this is mostly going to be across those flood-prone basins such as burn scars and some urban areas. Here's a look at the satellite imagery this morning on Thursday, May 25th. Really what I want to bring your attention to is this area of low pressure that's spinning across eastern Washington. This low is sending a lot of atmospheric moisture northward from the Great Basin into the Northern Rockies. And this situation is going to remain fairly persistent through the next few days, where this low is periodically just kind of sagging further south and east. So similar setup the next few days. With that low sending all this moisture northward, we are seeing a setup favorable for some heavy rain associated with thunderstorms. The Weather Prediction Center has highlighted these areas hatched in green for a 5% probability for excessive rainfall and flash flooding. And once again, our primary concern is going to be across those burn scars and urban areas. Area-wide, we are going to see a 40 to 50% chance for thunderstorms. By Saturday, the threat for excessive rainfall does shift a bit further west and north, so this will include areas such as Grangeville, the US 95 corridor there south of Grangeville, and then it does extend northward, covering portions of Flathead Lake and the Thorn Creek fire burn scar. What about the probability for rainfall of at least 1/4 of an inch? This can give you a feel for where we have higher confidence for widespread rains. You'll notice areas along the divide, especially in Lolo and the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest and portions of the Flathead, are seeing those 50 to 60% probabilities for 1/4 of an inch. Generally, the probabilities start to decrease as you work your way westward into Idaho and northwest Montana along the Idaho-Montana border. By Saturday, one general theme is the coverage of storms is going to be greater, and the probabilities of at least 1/4 of an inch have been increased, especially as you move into that northwest Montana and Idaho area, where we're seeing at least probabilities of 20–30%. And once again, greatest coverage of storms is going to be along the divide, Flathead, Lolo, and Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, where we are seeing probabilities in the terrain of about 70%. What about a 2-day total? This is the most likely rainfall forecast, so the 50th percentile. There's going to be locations that see less or more than this rain amount shown here, but generally speaking, Friday through Saturday, most areas in Montana are going to see at least 1/4 of an inch, reaching up to potentially 3/4 of an inch as you move into higher elevations. Lesser amounts in Idaho, especially as you work your way across the Palouse and western portions of the Nez Perce Clearwater National Forest. Wrapping up, let's look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. The general weather pattern is going to be showing this big ridge of high pressure across the high plains, extending northward into Canada. So that's where we're seeing these really high probability of above normal temperatures reaching that 70 to 90% probability in Montana. And then there's going to be a broad trough of low pressure across California and the Great Basin. So once again, this is going to set up a favorable pattern for showers and thunderstorms, and that's why we're seeing these, generally speaking, 40 to 50% probabilities for above normal precipitation. Thank you for joining us for the briefing today. As always, if you have any questions, please give our office a call. Thank you and have a great day.